students, hope that you are fine. Welcome to my geography video tutorial of 10th standard. Today topic is agro-based industries in India. But today I will discuss about the preliminary knowledge about industry. That's why I have written Industries of India. An industry is an organized human effort and skills to produce something useful from the gifts of nature. It refers to manufacturing process. So, some important manufacturing process now it is developed, and some of their special features I am saying now, that is simple tools were replaced now by machines. Then manual or animal labor, what is there? We have seen that the cows, buffaloes, they were for the rice cultivation. They are now replaced by energy resources. Large scale production is possible in shorter period of time due to the machines. And then another feature of that modern industry is that the establishment of factories and mills. After that in this way the transformation led to what we know actually the age of modern industry. So let's see this modern industry, that there is means we need to rapid industrialization in India. Means from previous how the people are cultivating, people are producing, that the going on, that the industries were going on by the agricultural products. Now that is little bit change is there. Why? Because we need for the rapid industrialization in India. Now you will see why it is needed. You know that the India is an agricultural country and more than 70% of the population depend on that. So day by day our population also increasing in India. So but agricultural land is limited, so for that, and agriculture also needs for the growing population, it cannot support. That's why so rapid industrialization is necessary. After that we can say that the industries unemployment is there, so that is to give more employment system, that industrialization is needed. Then third, industries produce goods and equipments required for the defense of the country. Fourth, we can say that the industry is required to keep pace with the fast moving world and in terms of the advanced technology. So industrialization is to keep that the relation with that rapid industries, rapid world. We also have to change our industrial need for the rapid industrialization. Then also we can say that to favorable balance, so we need to keep that the favorable balance with the trade and commerce. And the trade and commerce means that the more export is needed for that import. Just now you have seen we ban all the essential commodities too, and that the electrical gadgets also, that is from China. So that means we don't want to export from them. We want to we have to produce that is in our country. So in this way that rapid industrialization is very, very important. Next we will see what are the factors that affecting the location of industries. The number one, we can see the development. For the development of the industries, some essential factors are there. Number one, availability of raw material. Suppose we are living in Chandrapura. So Chandrapura, you have seen that DVC is there, thermal power plant. So for running these industries, thermal power plant as it is, so coal is needed. So that means the raw materials for running any industries, the raw material is very, very essential. If it is located very close to the place, then it is suitable for the running industry. Second is power. Again, I am taking the example of that DVC thermal power plant only. Power plant. So that power plant means what it is needed for running that industry. The Damodar River. For Damodar River, we are taking the water, hydroelectricity from thermal power. From Dugda we are taking. Like this way that the Thermal means power is very essential for running one industry. Then labor. Labor is a very essential communities because who will run this factory? That labor is needed. That's why this is one of the factor for running the industry. Next is transport. Transport means that is transport. Why it is needed? Because all the raw materials is not in that place only we will get. So for that the running the industry, that the transport, whatever the raw materials are there, that one from that place immediately should have to reach to the place that mills or factories. That's why transportation plays a very important role there. Water supply. Water supply, some the jute industry. Jute industry need for cleaning, dyeing, for that water is needed. Other industry, from industry, any industry for running, that is water supply is needed because it is through the water that iron and steel industry needs also water, and then textile industry needs for bleaching the bleaching and washing. So that industries should located very close to the wherever the availability of water is there. After that, market. Market means not this local market. Market means yes, local market only. From local market only it is going for different places. So market means whatever the industrial products are there, that has to supply somewhere. So that has to means export, or that has to reach to other places. For that, if market people are not there, if people are there, people will purchase that, and then it is going to another places. That's why market is very essential factor. Next is climate. Climate also plays one important factor, because if you see cotton textile industry requires that the humid climate, warm and humid climate. That's why in Mumbai only we have seen, Mumbai, Maharashtra, there is enough cotton is there. So in this way, climate also different industries, that the climate is also plays an very important factors for that raw material, as a raw material. Then government policies. Number 8 we can say government policies. So these policies of the government income that the hindrance for the development of that industry, means industries will take proper, government will give the benefit to the farmers, to the people, that the some loan they can take for running the industries. In this way government also helps. So what are the factors we have seen? Summary way we can say availability of raw material, then power, then labor, transport, water supply, market, climate, and government policies. Next, come to the classification of industry. Classification on the basis of raw materials, we will divide it into 4 groups, that is agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, forest-based, and animal-based. Agro-based industries example, that is cotton, sugar, jute industry. Mineral-based, iron and steel, cement industries. Forest-based, we can say that is wood, rubber, lac, etc. And animal-based industries, that is the dairy products, woolen, silk, etc. Next, number 2, on the basis of size and investment, it is divided into large-scale industries, means huge people are working, large investments, large huge factories, and employment also large, such as iron and steel. Secondly, medium-scale industries, that is not too big, not too small, that is just like radio, cycle manufactured, paper mills, like that. Then third one is small scale industries, that is that they employ relatively smaller number of laborers, such as they do not require huge capital. And then number 3 we can say we divide it to on the basis of ownership. Public sector, that is mainly run by central government and or state government. Private, such as SAIL, WAIL, NTPC, like that. Then private sector industries, that is managed by the individual or group of industries, such as Tata Steel, Tata Motors, etc. After that, the joint sector industries, that is managed by the individual or group of individuals, such as Tata Steel, then such as, sorry, that is I am saying that the number 3 is that the joint sector industries, that is managed by the jointly government agencies such as that the Reliance industries like that. Then cooperative sector. Cooperative sector is by group of people usually produce that the raw materials just like Anand Cooperative Society. Society. Number 4, we will divide on the basis of nature of products such as heavy industries. Heavy industries means heavy and bulky raw materials are used for that, such as we can say that is iron ore and coal. These are the heavy industries. Light industries, these are generally produce light from the word only you are seeing that the lightweight, that is just like machine, electronic goods, etc. After that, on the basis of finished product, we will divide it into that basic industries and secondary industries. Basic industries means that the iron and steel, that is the basic industries, means everything wherever it is there, that is called the key industries, means everything wherever the just now I am saying you that whatever, that is why mobile, in mobile also that the iron or some parts is there. So, and the mobile or that you are sitting in a table chair, that in that table chair there also iron is there for fitting that the screw, etc. So this is the key industries. And then secondary or consumer industry, that is that the produces primarily for the consumer goods such as that the watch, bicycle, furniture, etc. Next, on the number 6, on the basis of location and market, it is divided into two parts. One is village industry, another one is cottage industry. Village industries means that the local markets, the needs are only in the local markets, and they are all our requirements like raw materials, labor, etc. are made from which, that are from the village only. And second one, that is cottage industry. Cottage industries are known as the household industries and organized by the individuals, and such as carpets, sarees. These industries are the cottage industries. So I am finishing my video up to the classification of industries up to this. Hope that it will be helpful for you. Thank you everyone.